Hey everyone, Melanie Minshinger here, illustrator for Gina K Designs. I have got a project for you with my newest set from Gina K Designs, Pretty Packages. And this was the one that was most requested off of my inspiration sheet that I have uploaded in our Gina K Designs and Stamp TV friends and fans Facebook group. It's in the files section, so you can download that PDF. But this was the one that people wanted to see first. In addition to this set and then the coordinating dies that come with it, I'm also going to be using Gina's newly released circle die plate. So I just thought that these holes are so fun for the different patterns that we have here in this set. So in addition to the Pretty Packages stamps, you're also going to have the dies. Now the design team, when we get these dies in, the packaging is a little bit different, so I think that it actually comes with a larger magnet. I just had a smaller one that I put these on, so I've got all the little bits on here, but then the set also comes with these two dies that includes the tissue already stamped at the top. So on this particular card, I did it in 2 layers. So I did the topper and then the rectangle, but I wanted to show you how you can stamp those images onto just the one layer. I have already done my die cutting just to save a little bit of time, but I used the Intricut machine and then I used Gina's new magnetic plates. So these are awesome. I'm sure you've seen her use them before, but it's just great the way that it holds the paper exactly where you want it with your die. It doesn't slide around. You've got the clear plate so you can see through it exactly what you're doing. You can move it if something does end up moving so that you don't mess it up. Anyway, I love this. So I'm so glad that I made the investment, and if you like to die cut, then I recommend that you do too. The cardstock that I'm going to be using today, I have got some of her Pure Luxury white. This is just layering weight that you can use since we've got lots of layers on here, no need for the base weight. We've got some of the black Onyx. These are approximately, I think, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 to 5 1/4, and then this is just, let's see, 4 inches by 5 and just a little bit more than 1/8 or 1/4. So I will measure these for sure. You can also either cut these out or use some of her master layouts. And then I've got some of her Bubblegum pink cardstock. This is 4 1/4 inches by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and I just used my Scor-Buddy for that. This is some of her Tranquil Teal cardstock. And I recommend that when you do your die cutting that you save those negative pieces. This is what we're going to use to help us position these stamps within the die cut. So today I've got a MISTi, and then you may also want to use a clear block for stamping the smaller elements. Either way. So, but this is a big stamp, obviously, and you want to get these stamps in the image really solid, or stripes, excuse me, stripes on the stamp. Okay, I've got just a little bit of baker's twine here that I thought looked really pretty with the pink, and then just some scissors to cut that. The inks that I'm going to be using today, just 3 colors on this one. I've got the Gina K Designs Jet Black Amalgam ink for my greeting, and then the pinks that I'm going to use today, I've got the Bubblegum pink and then the Passionate pink. I also used just a little scrap of pink cardstock to cut out some hearts here. So I've got a tiny heart die in here to cut out the little individual heart elements, but then I also wanted to use a big heart because I thought that that just nested so perfectly in one of those circles. This die is from my Sunny Days stamp set bundle, so you can see it's right there. But there are other ways that you can embellish this. That was just one idea that I liked, so that's what we're doing today. Let's see what else. Oh, some Connect glue for our layers, and then just foam squares for popping that up. And I think that's it. So let's go ahead and get started with our stamping. So the first thing that we want to do is, I'll just go ahead and just adhere these layers really quickly because I'm not doing any stamping on them. So let's go ahead and just use our Connect glue, just a real thin bead on the white. And okay. And then I want to pop this up because I really like being able to see that shadow reveal of all those windows. So I'm going to use my squares on the corners and then kind of near the edges of the windows so that they don't get mashed down, because then you're not really going to see that little shadow reveal and get that dimension. So I'm using a few more than I normally do. Okay, and peel the backing off. And I don't usually work backward like this, but just since I had them handy. And I would say that probably doing the die cuts, although it's very, oh, where'd it go? There it is. That making the die cuts is probably the most time-consuming part because it's just, it goes together very quickly. So you're just going to center that right on that mat so that just looks so crisp and sharp. And you could do this either way. So I'm going to show you what it would look like. There are different ways to orient this, and then obviously you can do landscape style cards, portrait style cards, so many different ways. So just depending on where your focal point or your greeting is going to be, you can lay it on there and just decide, okay, I like how that looks just peeking out there just a little bit. So that is just how I chose to do it. So I just covered that one completely, and I've got these two right here. And then we've got that, whoop, I forgot that I got to tie that little thing through there. Let's do that real quick. So I just have this length of string here. I did not measure it, but what I did is I just doubled it up and then doubled it up again. And then I just threaded it through, and that's what I forgot to do there. Okay, good. All right. So I just thought this would be really cute, just a fun way to add the string, and then just do just a teensy little bow. It's a little persnickety. Okay. And then if you want to just fluff that out or trim those up, either way, you can do that. There we go. All right. And we'll add the heart then at the end after we've got our stamping done. So let's go ahead and get this stamped. So I'm going to place that negative piece in there from my tall bag. Okay, get it just right there in the corner. Okay. And then I'm going to do, you can do the top first or you can do the rectangle first. I'm going to do the rectangle first. But either way, just think it's, you know, because it's a simpler shape, it might be a little bit easier to get that centered on there first. Okay, so we're going to do this with our lighter pink. And then this is just going to help those stamped in hearts pop. So place this right in that spot. And just ink that up really well. And I do not know where my little whale stapler is that I like to use as a chucky to just rub that all over. So pick that up. Now I want to do that one more time. Now I cleaned this off earlier. I got just a little bit of lint on there that I can see. But once I get my stamping done, you're not going to notice that. Not worth starting over, but just be careful. Just check the stamp. Thought I'd gotten all of that off of there. So see, there's just that one little bit of stuff. Okay. Now I want to do the topper. And so what I want to do here, I want to show you is how to get that two-toned effect, whether the paper, it has kind of like a gradient on it, or if you're just trying to make it look like, now because I don't want that to move now because I've already done my stamping, I can move my magnet there to just keep that in place. So what I want to do is I want to have the lighter pink, the bubble gum at the top, and then I'm going to take my passionate pink pad and I'm just going to hit just the bottom of this here. I hope you can see this. Just kind of pull that up. Okay. And we'll stamp that. And it just makes it look like it's stuffed into that bag. And we can repeat this if we need to. Nope, nice, that looks good. Okay, now what we're going to do is I want to fill this in. So I want to do my greeting. So before I did a congratulations, I was kind of thinking of like a fun like anniversary card, but we could also make it, let's make this one a birthday card since we've got the happy birthday. Okay, so I am going to, I really like having it offset. Let's see. Okay, so all of these vertical greetings will fit into the stripes. So we're going to do this with the black. Okay. Press. Let's do it one more time, get it nice and solid. It already looks solid, but I just want it super black. Okay, now let's do some of the little heart stripes on here. And so I'm going to take this. And the way I did it on the first card is I had them alternate. So I've got the lighter pink ones on the outside. And then I had that passionate pink on the inside. So I'm going to do this one. So I'm starting out with my lighter colors first, and then that way I don't have to worry as much about cleaning the stamp off. Do it one more time. Okay, and then I'm going to do this other stripe. Just very carefully. I'm actually going to tap this off on some scratch paper here, just in case I move it a little bit when I'm getting that done. I just love popping in these different patterns. It is so fun to decorate the bag so quickly. One more. Okay, and then the final one is going to be that passionate pink, and that's just going to really give you some nice contrast and tie in that dimensional effect that you created, that gradient on the tissue. And I just love these two different pinks together with the teal. Okay, very nice. All right, and now what we want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I cut out that little ribbon to go on the handle. See if I can find it. Let me move some of my stuff around here real quick. I know I cut it. Where is it? Let's see, put that in. Put this stuff away. All right. And if I didn't say before, make sure that you save these circles. These are going to be perfect for other projects. Okay. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right. So here is my bow, and you could do an ombre effect on this bow as well. But I used just the pink before. Now where I have my little thing cut, here we go. So this is going to help me get the bow in the right place. The image on there. Turn it that way. My magnets down. Grab that bow. Okay, there we go. So put this in, and then we'll be done with our stamping. And we can finish assembling the card. All right, there we go. I just think this is the cutest little stamp. I love doing these bows. And it's so fun, you know, it can be really expensive to do, you know, really elaborate gift packaging on a gift. And so it is super fun to just kind of make the little bags of your dreams with all the tissue and all the ribbon that you want. So I'm going to pop this up. So this is big enough that you can put a full square on here, but I am actually going to just trim it down. Just going to cut it in half so you can modify these if you have a really skinny piece. And what I like to do for positioning this, I'll lay it on my card first just so I can decide where I want to have that. Okay. So you can do it here, here. I don't want it to cover up my happy birthday, but you want to make sure that the circle looks like it's tied around the handle. So that's what you're going for when you are placing it, wherever you decide to put it. So I'm going to put it just right about there. I'm going to kind of bend these out just to make it just the teeniest bit more dimensional, that ribbon. Okay, and then I'm going to put some foam squares on the back of this, and then we'll adhere that layer and it's done. So cute. Oh, and then we have to add those hearts. So I was thinking I'm going to do my original card. I just had the big heart, but then I was thinking, you know, if you've got the dies, use them. So we have that little tiny heart for the stamped embellishment. And one thing that would be fun, although it's a little bit late now because I already adhered this layer and I don't have my teal pad out, but you could use a watermarking one too, but to stamp that little heart all over. So for some of you that might be a little bit busy. It just kind of depends, but if you wanted to do even more coordination, you could do that with the little single heart in this set. So that's what I love about elemental sets, that you have all those different options, and then you could just take it as far as you want to take it. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to add just this little heart down here, and I have this popped up over the bag. Just like that. Okay. And then this other little heart, I thought this would be really cute, just to change it just a little bit, to put this one right here. That's sweet. Okay. Just like that. And then you could pop up this layer too if you wanted, but when you pop up a layer that is this close to the size of your base, then it's hard to see your base color, and it's so pretty, so I don't want to hide it. Okay, so just center that right on there, and that's it. Love it, love it. I hope that you are loving this set. If you've received it already, I put a notification on it so that I would know when it came back in stock. So I am looking for when that is back. Should be any day now. Might be by the time that this video gets posted. But thank you so much for watching. Let me show you just some ideas for if you wanted to make that a Christmas card. Maybe doing it with some craft, and then the Christmas pine, the red hot, or maybe some of the cherry red. So here you can see how I have done this as a present or as the horizontal bag with that topper in it. Then here is one that I've used the turquoise, or this is some of the sea glass actually, with that Christmas pine and red hot. And then here's a craft one with some fresh asparagus, red hot, and then some gold embossing. So this was one of the tags that I showed in our release video. This is such a fun set. I love it so much, and I'm so excited about all the great feedback that I've gotten from all of you. Please tag me when you post your creations so that I can come and leave you some love, and thank you for showcasing my set so nicely. I appreciate it so much. Have a wonderful week. Love you all. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye. God bless.